and welcome back to another day in the arena. It's me at CGB. Today in the arena we are playing Gix Yawgmoth Praetor themed mono black, and it has a lot of the mono black that you know, love to hate. It has Invoke Despair, it has Sheldra the Apocalypse, because I think those are really good snowbally cards that absolutely need to be in a deck like this, but it does feature some new cards, so let's get right into them. Gix Yawgmoth Praetor is 1 black for 3/3 legendary Praetor. Whenever a creature deals combat damage to one of your opponents, you may pay 1 life. If you do, draw a card. And then it has this other ability for black, discard X cards, exile top X of their library, play lands, cast spells without paying their mana cost. Really exciting final ability, but mainly for commander, at least that's the way we found it so far. It's that first ability that makes it a standard, potentially playable card, because you can picture being on the play and playing a turn 1 creature, a turn 2 creature, and then a Gix Yawgmoth Praetor and attacking and drawing 2 cards. And if the opponent doesn't clean up the board, every time they get hit, you draw more and more cards, and that's just gross. That's exactly what you didn't want to see mono black doing more of, is getting even more value out of their already impressive lineup of creatures. So what does Gix Yawgmoth Praetor do to the normal mono black deck? It steers it in a direction towards Death Touch and Menace, so that's why we have an Ashnod Flesh Mechanist hiding in here. It's a 1/1 Death Touch for 1. It's legendary, and we don't really use the ability to sacrifice our creatures and make Power Stones very well, but for 5 you can exile a card from a graveyard to make a tapped zombie 3/3. That's okay. It's really about 1/1 Death Touch, honestly. It's a Typhoid Rat, if you want an old reference, with a little bit of extra. And then we've got 4 Evolved Sleeper, of course, which can gain Death Touch. And then we have the Menacing Knight of Dusk Shadow, the Death Touching Tainted Adversary, which is probably one of the bigger changes from the traditional mono black deck, and Tenacious Underdog. And then we have Gix, because we want to make it almost very frustrating and painful for our opponent to block our creatures so that they can draw more cards. Other new cards in the deck, we have Go for the Throat, which is destroy target non-artifact creature and is an upgrade on cards like Infernal Grasp, because for the most part, until there are more artifact creatures in the format, you don't have to pay life. And we've got Phyrexian Flesh Gorger. This is a 7 mana card. Okay, it's a 3 mana card, really, 99.9% of the time. 1 black for a 3/3 Menace lifelink with Ward. Pay life equal to its power. So great in an aggressive deck. Great because of the Menace in this deck, so you can keep getting in there and drawing with Gix. So synergizes perfectly. And then the last things that we've added are some Mishra's Foundries to the mana base, because more creatures attacking is better for Gix as well. So what I found with the deck so far is that if you are on the play and power curving, you can definitely get to Mythic. You can snowball your opponents very quickly, feels very strong on the play, much like a good Rafine curve does. And on the draw, you are much more challenged. I would recommend this deck for people who want to spice up their mono black deck a little bit, but I don't find it significantly mega more powerful than other mono black, but it'll still get you to Mythic, and it's still a winning deck for sure. Anyway, I think you'll really enjoy the game, so let's dive in. Let the Gix nonsense begin. Oh yeah, we are on the play. We have everything but a Gix. Maybe we'll top deck 1 and we can draw a whole bunch of cards. Run our mono black Toski Snowball right down their throat. Ew. Goblin but blue? I'm disgusted. Oh, the problem now, though, unfortunately, our opponent is playing mono blue. You know what that means. That means Gix won't resolve. Oh, we got 2 creatures on the board, so there's that. Ooh, my hope. It's already fading. Wait, green? What? Ivy. 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 We can't let them untap with Ivy, right? If we have the option? Absolutely not. This card is madness. If you haven't seen the Worst Possible Commander show on my other channel, one of our cast members, Shay, played an Ivy deck. It's not out at the time I'm recording this, but I think it's coming out this weekend. Good God. You don't want to know how crazy it gets. All right, Ledgy Shreddy. I think we just take it out. I know I want to play Gix, and I will next turn, but I'm getting so far ahead on board against a deck that doesn't play sweepers. That will definitely get good draws off Gix next turn. All right, there's a Drake. Here's a billion magic cards just for me. Take it all. All right, we might draw a land, so we're going to go ahead and draw before pumping the sleeper. Land. More removal. More land. Behold my greatness. Very satisfying. Very, very satisfying. On the play again. This is a beautiful life. We're just going to do Evolve Sleeper and kill your favorite creature things. Our opponent has Gralnock sleeves. That's Croaky's favorite pet, in case you didn't know. That makes it evil in my book. I think we'll be able to cut down better creatures, so I think the Initiate gets to live. Oh look, it's Thalia. Good thing we kept a cut down. Our opponent was stunning plays. Blowing my mind. So, next creature, Sun Gold Sentinel, huh? Alright, that's something that all of our creatures can trade with, but it does grow the Initiate. Life is full of tough choices. Turn him sideways. How about that choice? Does our opponent put themselves on the back foot? They do. Interesting. I like that. All right, let's evolve one of these. Let's go ahead and trade out the 2/2 and get the underdog onto the battlefield. Rush, go, go! I guess it applies to getting the hell out of a game too. Ever since the announcement of the CoolStuffInc.com Dragon Rider token and playmat bundle, people have been asking me, CGB, what qualifies you to be a Dragon Rider? Check out the Cobra Go Blue Dragon Rider playmat and token bundle. Only 500 available and only available for pre-order until November 21st. CoolStuffInc.com/CGB. Dracuris! Dracuris? Dracuris. Dracaris! Our opponent goes first, which is what's wrong with this hand. We actually don't have any removal. I obviously keep it because of a nice curve, but if the opponent's curve is just better, we might get wrecked. Swifty. Ooh, I hate Swifty. I hate Swifty with all my being. In case you didn't know, this card is back. Prowess, Haste, 1/2. Is it? It is. Yeah, their curve might just be too good. So if I play an underdog, it's got a better chance of blocking Swifty here and just kind of better in general than the Knight. So we're going to do that. Although it's pretty easy to kill. We're going to need these Flesh Gorgers to hit because I guarantee our life total is going to be descending. Ancestral Anger. Oh, Lord. Why? Why are they so strong? You know they've got another spell. We've got to force them into using their stuff at some point, though. Yeah, at least we didn't take it to the face. already down to 10. Going second is hard. Now we draw the Infernal Grasp. Seems too late. They've got 3 cards in hand. I'm gonna go for a Flesh Gorger. We'll just go Flesh Gorger into Flesh Gorger and see if we're absolutely dead or not. But this would have been a great game to have Cut Down in your hand. And maybe you just have to mulligan for stuff like that on the draw. Maybe it's that kind of format. It sure feels like it so far. All right, they had 2 Lightning Strikes. They had 1 drop, 2 drop on the play, and 2 Lightning Strikes. There's no way we can actually beat something like that, right? Delver. We'll try again. No transformation, so that could be a land. What? What? I get to taxes? A tax for me? CGV? Is for me? Oh, baby. You're telling me there's a chance. I'm gonna put this out instead of this because of Play with Fire. Gonna hold up Infernal Grasp. Let's wait and see what they reveal with the Delver, if they reveal. Ooh, that's not good. That's not good at all. I think I've got to take out the captain. Yeah, I think I've got to take out the captain. It's too much damage over the multiple bodies. Which is dead to a shock. Or a removal spell. I would like to file a complaint. My opponent rigged the shuffler. Okay. Land. Game. Well, don't go second is my advice from that game. We learned an important lesson. We just mulligan for cut down on the draw. All right, if we draw lands, this hand is perfect. But can we count on that? No. No, we cannot. Cool. Well, so we're gonna draw lands, right? It's not rigged or nothing. Magic is perfectly fine and fair. Yep, knew they would have that, so holding up the cut down never works. Never works against frickin' mono red. But we did need that. Can't wait to see their turn 3. Play with fire, huh? Okay, resolves. Three lands. What are they, cheaters? To the throat! No play, love it. Let's just pass. They're gonna play a Thundering Raiju or something. That's not good. But it does get bricked by the Flesh Gorger. Cool. Nothing but good draws. If I play this, the opponent will probably play something huge and get in a good attack with it. So let's just pass. We need to spend this removal. We want to play the Flesh Gorger. I'll take 2 if that's what it takes. Okay, they did nothing else. Let's cut down one of these little dorks. There's a swamp. If I'm patient, can I get another Can I get a lightning strike out of them here if I'm patient? Because that's what they have, right? Maybe I can. Okay, not yet. Okay, that's bad. Feels weird, but it's not an artifact. Shelly. All right. Time for our Hail Marys. It's still alive. It is no longer alive. Obliterating Bolt. 4 damage. Exiles it. Please, no threat. Thank you. For my next trick. Do you think they have more bolts, though? Yeah. Make them have it. They probably do have more bolts. But they've got to get rid of all of it. Mono black control, obviously. Lightning strike. Love it. Come on. Yes. That's what we absolutely love to see from mono black. I think I'm at 10. I can do this. I can do this. We can wait one more turn on this Flesh Gorger. Uh-oh. Dubs Warfare? Gross. Dude, we're so close to casting this for its full power. We're so close. But no. We prototype. Feels bad. But we do what we must. Chandra. What are you going to do there, Chandra? Exile top card. It is a Swifty. Swifty is a swinger? Come on, Swifty, be aggressive. You coward. Like so. We know the Gorger will hit it because of Menace, but then we need one of the 2/2s to hit it too. And it's possible the Swift Spear never blocks one of those, but Chandra is probably their way back into the game. It's a way of seeing multiple cards a turn. I think any burn spell will still remove this, but let's just level it all the way up now. All right. They need like Reckless Impulse into other nonsense. They get Kumano faces Kakazan. For 3. These mechanized warfares are terrifying. Dun 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 dun. Burn 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 burn. I don't know why it's called Invoke Despair. It always makes me so happy. It feels so good. It invokes nothing but happiness for me. Today's Patreon shout out goes to Tucker Warsham. Tucker, welcome to the Cool Kids Club on Patreon. This is your shout out. I hope it's everything you wanted it to be. You asked for standard. I have made standard rain just pouring down over all of you for the last several days and across multiple channels. So, you know, you're welcome. It's what I do. If you would like to support and get a shout out in a video, check out patreon.com/covertgoblue. Tucker, you're very cool. And now back to the video. Okay, no removal on the draw. Should we mulligan for cut down? We're going to put it to the test again. We do have Adversary, which is a good 2-drop on the draw. And we do have a 1/2, and if we draw a land, possibly 3 curve into Gix. The heck are you? Goblin. 1 red, 1/2. +2/+0 and Menace if you sacrificed a permanent this turn. What? Who gives a 1/2 Menace? What is this power creep? This must be Anvil, right? This must be Anvil. Harvester. Let the party begin. I guess if I trade with Harvester, I want it to be the Knight. No, Knight's good in the late game. We probably still play Adversary here. Let's attack and offer the trade to the opponent. Maybe they'll let us just put 1 mana into this. Nope. Okay. I mean, +2/+0 and Menace is no joke. Is Cut Down the best card in Magic right now? In Best of 1? It might be. I have 4 Go for the Throats, but of course I draw Grasp. Ooh, no tradesy? Okay. I thought the opponent might like sack the Harvester, kill the Sleeper, give this Menace, and swing. But I guess they wanted to deal with the Death Toucher. Fighting Palm Ninja. Gross. I mean, what are we doing? I guess we're leveling this. We could attack with it, but holding it back does seem to hold back the Ruin Blaster. Okay, we'll say go. We'll Infernal Grasp this and evolve the Sleeper. Opponent not playing Invoke Despair, that's clear. We are playing Invoke Despair, that's clear. Bang bang. All right, Blast Runner is here. We get to evolve. What's holding priority? It could just be the blood token. So, interesting choice. We could play Gix and try to get in for a card, but I don't think the opponent will put up with that. They just double block potentially. So I don't think that's good. And they have a blood token they can sacrifice, so these can definitely get in a hit. So I think we want to be counter aggressive. I evolve. Nice. Got a hit. No life gain for you. Menace and Death Touch creatures. The idea was I play Menace and Death Touch creatures, and I use Gix, and I hit the opponents, and I draw stuff. In reality, you spend your whole game on the draw, and you feel sad. Wait, this comes out with haste? Wait, they get this with haste? What? What nonsense is this? Oh my god. I am getting absolutely menaced over here. So, which Invoke Despair do you want? Yeah, they take the Gix. They're hoping I don't draw land. I don't. It's fine. It's fine. Didn't want one. Didn't need it anyway. So, if they can sacrifice permanents, they can hit me for a lot. I can only block one thing anyway. I feel like I should be aggressive and try to win that way. Make them find the permanent sacrifice. I think they can. I think the odds are that they will. But I think that this is the way that we win. If they don't come up with the permanent sacrifice, we have a chance. Okay, they go to 7. They didn't sacrifice a permanent. Excellent. That is not a land. We can force them to chump away a lot of their board, though. But I think the play is the Flex Gorger. Let's see, how much am I taking if they don't sacrifice a permanent? If we have 2 blockers, I can gain life. So one of these should hold back. But if I attack with... I guess attacking with them threatens lethal anyway. Oh wait, if they block, they get a blood token. If they block, they get a blood token. That's not good. That is very bad. If I attack with the knight, though, they have to double block, and then their attack isn't threatening lethal, right? Because if I can pump it, and then what do they have? They have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I can block. I'm at 6. Okay. This is tough. But with the menace, they have to double block it. They're not going to. Okay. So now we play you. And we hope they cannot find a sacrifice. If they do, we still have 3 life here from the Flesh Gorger. They know about these 2 Invoke Despairs too. They know they gotta go. They know they gotta do it. They can't do it! Oh, I guess that's the downside to your 1-drop that is totally busted if you're sacrificing permanents. Sometimes you don't have one to sacrifice. On the draw, we'll keep it because it has cut down, and we'll see if we ever draw more lands. I'm thinking Invoke Despair is bad in this deck. I see the shuffler has determined that I will never have more than 2 lands. Therefore, Invoke Despair just keeps getting worse and worse. I'm not sure if we're going to cut down this pack leader. Let's see what their 2-drop is. Pack leader can be outscaled by the Tainted Adversary, so I'm not too worried about it. Firebrand, a much better target. It's hard to enjoy your Death Touch creature when the opponent makes it so you can't block. Squee. No attack, Squee. Love it. Keep it coming. I've got Death Touch for days. What you gonna do, opponent? Look at all of this Death Touch. Just wait till you see the next one. You're gonna love it. Ta-da! That works. I guess that's what winning feels like. All right, on the play. Let's go. Maybe we'll even draw the 3rd land for Gix. Ashnod or Sleeper. I think Sleeper will get there, and we'll probably pump it next turn, so it's more damage. Tapped land. You love to see it. This is what on the play Magic is all about. Pure toilet gaming. Anybody can do it. Just curve out, smash, draw, live your best life. Enchantments. My nemesis. All right. I'm going to let them untap with that. We'll see if that turns out to be a huge mistake. But when it comes to drawing 2 cards, I'm not saying no. I'm just not doing it. However, I have seen these enchantment decks now play like 3 spells, gum up the ground, I never get another good hit in kind of situation. Borrowed time, gross. But we did get 2 cards off Gix, so Gix on the play, you got to see it. And now we have the lands to actually cast our Invoke Despair, but the opponent with a good catch-up turn, for sure. For sure. And nothing but land off the top all of a sudden. We'll go right for the throat. Don't let them have that much mana again for another turn cycle. Resto Iganjo. Doesn't create a board presence for a few turns. Gives us time to invoke some despair and see what they'll sacrifice. Pick one and sacrifice it. What's it gonna be? You want to give me back a critter? You're gonna give me back a sleeper? Do I want to make a power stone? No. Who needs power? When you are power. I don't know, it just sounded cool in my head, okay? Give me a break. So, they can get back the circle. They can also get back the naturalist. Looks like we're getting natural in here again. Complete with, ooh, Rite of Harmony? Okay, okay. One wants to draw some cards. They already had 3. They've already had their draw step. So what other enchantments can they play here to get those cards? Another restoration will do. But they're only at 9. Do they have a dog? Could really use one. Okay. Yeah, they need a little blocker. All right, so 1, 2, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3. Yeah, not quite dead, are they? Not quite dead. So they can get back the naturalist if I kill it. I could kill the dog and try to run through them, but then the naturalist can gain them life next turn. I guess we don't like that very much. Probably want to get down the Shieldred, probably want to get down the adversary, but the opponent's going to block something here, right? So we can't be as mana efficient as we want to unless we kill the dog, which sounds pretty bad. Or we just let the dog trade with something, get 3 damage in, play Shieldred, play adversary, try to strike them for the win next turn. I think that's the way. Oh, I like a chump. Get to keep these. Okay. Shelly. They might have a way to give this thing a ton of lifelink, but if it swings in and we block it with adversary, it's off the board. So they're in upkeep. They've got to decide if they want to make a play here. They take the draw. They take 2. Trigger, trigger. This is going to be close. If they find a good way to gain life here, they will be fine. And they have a lot of cards in hand. But are they the cards that they need? They get back Circle. What does Circle take out? Can't hit Shieldred. It's got to be one of the Death Touch crew. Okay, I took one of the sleepers. Only 5 life. What can that hand do? Hallowed Haunting, okay. I still have a reduction from Naturalist and plenty of mana. Catilda, gross. That is very bad. But it does tap them out. So it could be worse. We need a removal spell there. We didn't get it. Okay. All right, hard mode. Hard mode engage. It's gonna be close. They're gonna gain life from their Jukai Naturalist here, which is it's a force block here. You can't gang up on Shieldred without dying. The Architect has to block somewhere else, and that's gonna be down to 2, so they have to get rid of Shieldred in the upkeep, right? All right, death is on the stack. Ooh, it feels good. I love beating enchantments. This deck, what could I tell you about this deck? I would love to love Gix more, and I love it. Like, I fall in love with Gix when I'm on the play, and I go 1-drop, 2-drop. On the draw, it's almost a completely dead card. So the idea of running 4 of it seems really bad, or you just have to keep hands with cut down. You have to be able to take back that play-draw tempo, and if you can do that, you're doing okay. This deck could be built without Invoke Despair. You could have more low-to-the-ground cards like Okiba Reckoner Raid to try to get even closer to the ground for your on the draw games. And it does feel really hard to beat on the play. That might make it good enough on its own. So I love Gix. I think that you should try it out as long as you go first a lot. If you're luckier than me, you're going to love it. Thank you for watching this video. As always, I'll see you in the next video. You're cool.